Ladies, I'm here on the show. Pissed off here tonight. I was literally just recording for 7 minutes, talking about some of the latest injury updates from Ian Rappaport. I was going to go over to Adam Schefter, go over the next portion of injury updates, and then the freaking, I don't know what happened. Freaking video ended. I guess I hit the fucking end record button, where it ends my recording. Fuck this shit. Fuck the nerd community. I'm tired of this shit, ladies and gentlemen. Fuck the nerd community. That's my little rant about the nerd community. I have to record this shit again, second time. It's 3:15. I want to fucking go to sleep. Let's start again here on Dash Hill. So we'll start with the injury updates. Just fucking repeat myself again. The hashtag Saints, they will be cautious with star cornerback Marshon Lattimore on Dash Hill, who is questionable with hip and hamstring issues. He's pushing to play, but it's a long season, and him being healthy is paramount, and he's going to work out this morning to see if he'll be able to go for the game against my Dallas Cowboys today, which I'll be recapping. Yeah, I've kind of mentioned it this week with some of the injury updates. I've went over some. I went over a few videos where he's had a hamstring issue. They really need Marshon Lattimore because I think they got a really good defense overall, but I think he's their best player in the secondary. And if they don't have him, it's going to be tough for the Saints defense against CD to not have that one-on-one guy. But their secondary's not cooked. Like, they still got good guys, so they really have a deep defensive back. But I feel like at home we're a different animal. But they have one of the best defensive-minded coaches, I'd say, like a good defensive-minded coach in Dennis Allen. They still have Paulson Adebo, Kool-Aid McKinstry. They got some good cornerbacks, but playing on the road against CeeDee Lamb, Dallas Cowboys, is going to be tough. But yeah, next thing I'm talking about is hashtag Packers wide receiver, Jayden Reed. He's listed as questionable with a calf and shin injury, but is expected to play today, sources say, which is big for the Packers. Not going to have Jordan Love, it looks like. So at least they're going to have Jayden Reed, one of their impact players that really shined in Week 1, I thought, for the Packers receiving corner, and is truly, I think, their number one receiver. So, hashtag Colts wide receiver Josh Downs, he's dealing with a high ankle sprain. He is considered 50-50 whether he plays today, so it's basically game time decision probably. Source said he practiced fully on Friday though, but high ankle sprains can linger, and the team wants to make sure he has zero issues before he plays. So, I don't know, maybe you want to keep him out another week to see how he responds to having his first full practice in over a month on Friday. Make sure he's able to make it through 3 straight full practices and a walkthrough before putting him on the field, because it's only week 2. It's not like it's late in the season and you have to be desperate to get him out there. But there's a chance he does play today. So it's first 3 injury updates here. Hashtag Lions wide receiver Jameson Williams, questionable with an ankle injury. He's expected to play today against the hashtag Bucks, sources say, coming off a 121-yard performance in the opener against the Los Angeles Rams. Williams should be active. So that Lions-Bucks game, I think, is going to be a good game. The Bucks might be better than people thought this year. I mean, saying that after beating the Commanders, I probably shouldn't say that. But I think it's going to be a good quarterback matchup. Baker Mayfield, Jared Goff, and both these teams are going to need their weapons available for this game. And Jameson Williams, I think, who I thought would have a breakout year, is going to be active for this game. A significant boost. So Ravens linebacker Kyle Van Noy, who just, okay, I can't talk. Who just last week fractured an orbital bone. We'll see how he feels this morning against the hashtag Raiders. But sources say he's optimistic about being able to go. He's currently listed as questionable. Football's back when rap sheets posting these updates at like nearly 3 a.m. I mean, like, it's his eye. Like, just sit out. There's no way you can come back in just a week from a fracturing an orbital bone. There's no way an orbital bone can heal that fast, right? Well, I'm not a doctor, so I'm just assuming. The hashtag Packers have downgraded QB Jordan Love to doubtful, and he won't play tomorrow. Malik Willis to expect to start. As expected, while Sean Clifford, he was elevated to be their backup. Look, we knew Jordan Love wasn't going to play. When they said questionable, I'm like, questionable? We knew he wasn't going to play. It's good. No need to risk further injury, because there's a lot of games left to play. He was never playing. This really isn't news. So Malik Willis is going to start. Dear God. So on the Eagles injury report, wide receiver A.J. Brown with a hamstring is questionable to play Monday night versus the Falcons. So it's not good for him having a hamstring issue. Look, honestly, they should let him rest Monday night. There's no need to risk it early in this season because he's a big part of the receiving corps with Devontae Smith. And it's the Falcons, dude. They can beat the Falcons without A.J. Brown. So, yeah, he's questionable. I think he'll play, but I mean, if it was me, I would just sit him out a week because it's the Falcons. It's not like they're going to need him to win. But the NFL fined the Chiefs organization $100,000 and tight end Peyton Hendershot $5,472 for a sideline shove that drew the ire of Ravens linebacker Roquan Smith in last week's kickoff game, per sources. Hendershot will appeal. And the NFL's so soft. $100,000? To the fucking organization? What the organization do? Did the organization go down there and shove those players? Oh, I didn't. Where were those invisible people in their organization out on the field? Yeah, I doubt they cared. So, sources, this isn't a shock, but the 49ers are placing running back Christian McCaffrey on injured reserve. It was official, I guess technically yesterday while I'm recording this, with hopes that his Achilles tendonitis fully heals by the time it's time to return in 4 games. So it's basically Jordan Mason's turn going forward. Feel bad for Christian McCaffrey fantasy owners that drafted him number 1 finally. Oh yeah, I finally got the number 1 pick. I get Christian McCaffrey. And then he's out for at least 4 more weeks. They have plenty of talent. They will still win without Christian McCaffrey. Hope you guys know this. They still have great talent. Jordan Mason's good. And not surprised because Kyle Shanahan said yesterday, or I think it was either yesterday or the day before, that placing Christian McCaffrey in the IR was possible, making it likely, and it was official yesterday. So some transactions I want to talk about here. K'Lavon Chaisson and cornerback Sam Webb from the practice squad. The Raiders evacuated them. And the Steelers elevated wide receiver Ben Skowronek for the Broncos again. That's Super Bowl champion Ben Skowronek. Oh boy, it's going to be big for their team. The Steelers are expected to start QB Justin Fields again this Sunday against the Broncos per Ian Rappaport. So Russell Wilson is questionable still with that calf. Well, we won't get a revenge game. The Seahawks are listing running back Kenneth Walker oblique as doubtful for Sunday versus New England. So looks like we're going to get Zach Charbonnet, possibly, or McIntosh, one of those 2 running backs starting. Because it doesn't look like Kenneth Walker's going to play. But yeah, that's all from Ian Rappaport. Let's get to Adam Schefter here. So this is kind of interesting here. Ja'Marr Chase, this isn't an injury update, but he has no plans to negotiate a long-term deal this season with the Cincinnati Bengals, per sources. He said, basically, he feels the Bengals missiled him in talks. Honestly, I don't know what they should do. I mean, you love the guy, but I don't know if the Bengals... I feel like the Bengals will pay him, though. But, I don't know... I don't even know if T. Higgins will come back, because after getting snubbed and screwed over by the ownership, you can bet he has 0 interest to re-signing. But the Bengals' downfall might be real. I don't know. They might lose Ja'Marr Chase, which that'd be a huge fumble. Oh, a fumble on the goal line. So, Chiefs wide receiver Marquise Hollywood Brown, who was placed on injured reserve Friday because of a shoulder injury that requires surgery, is not expected to play in the 2024 regular season, per sources. And so the injury he had was really that bad. Well, the Chiefs still have good talent. With Kenneth Walker being listed as doubtful, most likely not going to play, Seattle's elevated rookie running back George Holani to the active roster. He signed with the Seahawks as an undrafted free agent, so looks like possibly either Charbonnet or McIntosh, Holani, some of those guys will get snaps in a game against New England. So with wide receivers Keenan Allen, Hill, and Romeo Dunze both listed as questionable for Sunday night's game in Houston. Those two listed as questionable as of now. The Bears elevated wide receiver Colin Johnson to the active roster from their practice squad. I guess Hall of Fame game legend. So those two are listed as questionable, but Colin Johnson is up on the roster. My Dallas Cowboys are listing Jake Ferguson. Tight end Jake Ferguson is doubtful for Sunday's game versus Saints due to his knee injury. He'll probably come out later this morning that he's probably out for today's game. But that's stuff from Ian Rappaport, Adam Schefter. Let's get to Mike Garofalo. So, Patriots have elevated guard Michael Jordan to the active roster. No, not the NBA legend Michael Jordan, the football guard Michael Jordan. And tackle, oh my God, Chuck Woma Okorafor nailed it. Placed on the exempt/left squad list. So, he was benching the Patriots opener, now he's on that list. So, did he quit? Did he just say, fuck you, and just quit? So, the Falcons worked out a trio of linebackers yesterday. Quan Alexander, Rashawn Evans, and Josh Woods. So, they're going to might try and get a depth piece linebacker. So, we've got some fines to announce per Tom Pelissero. So, Roquan Smith, he wasn't fined for his contact with Patrick Mahomes on that one play, but the NFL, they did fine him $16,883 for unnecessary roughness on a different play, a horse collar tackle in the first quarter. So here we go with the fines. Here we go. So the NFL, they fined Chiefs running back Isaiah Pacheco $5,582 for unnecessary roughness on this play in last week's kickoff game. The league continues to crack down on lowering the head to initiate contact. No flag was thrown, but $5,582,000 fine. I really didn't see much here in this play to get the fine. This league is going to become flag football before you know it. Week fine. How do they not? How is there no flags on this? So the NFL, they fined Chargers wide receiver Josh Palmer $11,255 and Raiders cornerback Jack Jones $5,472 for their roles in a fight last week. Both were ejected. Max Crosby $11,255 and Marcus Epps $11,817. They were also fined for their roles in this melee. Christian Wilkins was also fined $11,255. So a bunch of fines here. Just went over. So the NFL, they fined Giants linebacker Darius Moasaw $4,696 for unnecessary roughness, a hip drop tackle that injured Jordan Addison last week. It looked like an NFL tackle to me. I don't know how you're supposed to freaking tackle him. Other 49ers news with injuries: Juwan Jennings' ankle is off the injury report, and safety Talanoa Hufanga knee is doubtful. So it looks like Talanoa Hufanga is doubtful, but Juwan Jennings will play. But I think that's it with the injury updates, at least for now. On that shield. Yeah, that's really all I gotta say here for this NFL news. I'll do another. I'm gonna go to sleep, upload this, go to sleep, and then I'll do my next NFL news video when I wake up to get more injury updates. But yeah, that's really all I gotta say here, ladies and gentlemen. So until next time, Malcolm. Peace. Leave a like, comment, subscribe for more.